in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please welcome.
Please welcome.
Please welcome.
Welcome to the gayest podcast ever.
Hello and welcome to the gayest podcast ever. I'm Josh and I'm here with
Eric
and CJ.
Hello, boys. How are we today?
Good.
The weather is starting to warm. Like, I actually believe it's happening now.
It's happening.
I think we're through it. I think winter's officially done. We had that little snow.
I mean, we're hitting
week.
80 tomorrow, so that's a real good sign.
What did we get up to today? It was close, wasn't it?
I feel like today it was almost 80.
It was like 78. Yeah, it was like right there.
Yeah. No.
Mine says it's 82 out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, we have all the windows open. I went for a walk at lunch.
And may I ask why are you wearing a hoodie?
I'm in the basement. It is freezing down here. Like, it's a good 30-degree difference.
CJ already has his air on. He's got the AC pump.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, it feels so good for spring to officially be here. Flowers start. I was worried about all the trees and all the flowers last week when that cold front came through. I was like,
I had just planted all my herbs and stuff, so I had to take a little old sheet out and drape over them. I was like, this feels like something like a grandma would be outside doing, covering up the plants.
We only planted our tulips. The rest of them we brought inside. We didn't plant them yet, but all of our tulips survived, so I was happy.
Yeah, Michigan plants are pretty hardy. They know they got to steer through some shit, some things.
There's always a surprise week. It'll get you.
Yeah, no, I'm ready. In fact, I officially put away all of my sweaters, got all the shorts and tanks back out, rotated my closet. Felt good. Wow. I'm ready.
You are ready.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's go ahead and just kind of jump into our first little topic, Eric. If you want to take it away, boo.
Well, I don't know if you guys. I've run out of things to binge. There's literally nothing else I can watch. I'm like, I need some producers to get together or something, come up with some ideas. Thank God, my people at Bravo coming through. They are doing, there's all these like little crossover reality shows going on now. So there's two shows on Bravo. There's one that's called Summer House, and it's basically about these friends and they go and live in the Hamptons. But it would like show their lives in the city too during the week when they were going for work. But obviously with the pandemic, this year it was a little different. So they all had to quarantine in the house and like work together. So I'm sure that they got some ratings from that. So now they've come up with this other show and it's called Winter Lodge. And they are going to cross it over with the other Bravo show, Southern Charm, which is that Madison LaCroix, like A-Rod saga people. So they're kind of like bringing all these like super hot people from these two different reality shows and now putting them in this house. And I mean, it's basically like what they did with the challenge, except all the physical activity. These people just usually get drunk and bang each other.
I like the winter and the summer coming together for a little show.
Very Game of Thrones Bravo style.
They filmed it in like Vermont, and I'm sure like I'm gonna name a bunch of names right now, and you guys are gonna be like, who? But so Kyle and Amanda from Summer House, Paige, Lindsay, Sierra. I think Luke and Carl are possibly gonna be on there, and then I know Craig and Austin from Southern Charm. So I'm sure Shep will make an appearance. So any of the Bravo fans will all know who those people are. But then also now that Andy has created the ultimate housewife vacation, and they are currently filming now in Turks and Caicos. And he took like all these housewives from these different cities and put them in a house and vacation together. And I cannot wait to see this.
That's almost smart. Like use the COVID pod idea to your advantage. Make everyone quarantine for 2 weeks, test negative, get in that house, and then you're that little pod for filming for 3 weeks. And I mean, you can't tell me some shit's not going to come down with all those different personalities.
Right.
And you throw in copious amounts of alcohol.
And I think that's smart too, because sort of like what the real world, it kind of got a little stagnant after you introduced all these different people and different cities. And then like people like who they like don't introduce somebody else, just bring these fan favorites in and do something like that.
Oh yeah, they're doing like all the OG housewives. Like it's Teresa and Melissa from New Jersey. So Teresa's crazy as hell.
Teresa,
Ramona from
the
New
table,
York.
the one that went to jail.
Yeah.
Oh, I know her.
Ramona from New York, who pretty much like 80% of the housewives have a beef with her, and then
I use a Ramona gif a lot because you're always like, "That's Ramona." There's a gif that I use a lot.
That tracks. And then Luann de Lesseps, who used to be the Countess, Cynthia from Atlanta and Kenya, and then Kyle Richards from Beverly Hills. So
and
it's
Kyle
gonna be like
is Paris, right? Paris's aunt, right?
Yeah, it's Paris's aunt. Yep. But all these different personalities in this house, and when these ladies all vacation together, it's already bad enough with the fighting over the rooms and stuff. But they just get like endless amounts of alcohol. It gets so messy. I'm excited.
Well, I love a good house full of hot messes.
Right.
They have to come up with something. I'm literally running out of TV.
I'm surprised they just haven't put like live cams in, and like there's a website you can go and pay a subscription and just watch them live, like in a house.
Well, Big Brother would probably sue the shit out of them.
Like webcams have been around forever. Like you couldn't pay a little subscription to watch
CJ,
people.
You got to give the producers a little time to create some storylines for them to act out.
Oh, that's
so
true.
That's why they can't do the live feed.
Otherwise, they're just sitting around like, "Oh, I'm just drinking my wine."
Sorry, she's a little sassy today. End of month. But that
and then also Andy Cohen just hosted the reunion with all the Kardashians, and it was all 20 seasons. Nothing was off limits. It was actually the first time he's ever met Kendall and Kylie. But like asked them all this question. They were there for something like 11 hours. I'm like, can you imagine the glam squads that were there? Oh my God.
I mean, one of them had to get Botox in between that time. Like.
But they were like, nothing was off limits. They've covered stuff that they said they've never talked about on the show. Like, I'm very curious. That's got to be like a 4-part series.
Yeah.
Was Caitlyn there?
Probably. She's running for governor and all stuff.
I know. That just makes me nauseous.
I love all of the... Have you seen all the gay memes that are like, it's important to use the proper pronouns for Caitlyn Jenner when she runs for governor. It's also important not to vote for her. I am dying. I'm like, the gays conservative. Like, we want nothing to do with that person.
Respect.
I literally, my eyes hit the freeway. They rolled so far back. I was like, come on. Like, you are desperate for a career move now, sir.
I have another question. What are your thoughts about Kourtney Kardashian and the Blink-182 guy? I follow this one Instagram account, not skinny but not fat, I think it's called, and she's literally stands them so hard. She's always posting all of their Instagram shit to each other. It just makes me want to vomit a little bit. How much they're like.
Are you talking about the dog picture where she was like, "This is heaven," and she's like got her legs wrapped around him?
And did he already get a tattoo of her name on his body? I mean, he's got a lot of tattoos, so it probably just blends right in. Like, where's Waldo? But like, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, like Kim and Kanye saw that coming. Saw it coming from a mile away.
Oh, I mean, we talked about that like last year.
Yeah. Someone in Vegas made a lot of good money off of that. Like when it ended.
Even when like she got divorced from Chris Humphries, like I knew that Kanye was like her next step. Like he had been on Keeping with the Kardashians before. He had like expressed his interest. I was waiting for that relationship.
Yeah, I didn't see, I mean, because like Travis Barker, I mean, he's the complete opposite of Scott Disick, which, I mean, I get that. Run as far as you fucking can from that.
That's so cute how you say his name, Disick.
Is that how you say it? No?
Yeah.
How you say
Scott
it?
Disick.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said Disick, like a Dyson vacuum cleaner. Not like you just pronounced the I.
Like dick suck, like Scott suck my dick, Disick. Like I'm just waiting for him to be relevant.
She's weird though. Her taste is all over the map because she dated that like young Eunice guy who was like 24. So her taste is like J-Lo. It's just everywhere. This is her P. Diddy face, except he's not like P. Diddy. He's just that bad boy. I don't know. I don't see it lasting long.
Yeah, super.
I mean, where else?
You're wrong though. I'm waiting for a Kardashian to prove me wrong.
Who?
But yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Crazy. Well, because the Kardashians are wrapping up on E, and now they're moving over to Hulu or something like that.
There's just so many, like, that's what I'm talking about, this crossover reality world now. There's just so many shows that are blending together. I'm waiting for, like, Shot at Love and The Bachelor to, like, merge together.
Well, I've never watched a Bachelor. I mean, might give Cole Underwood a run for his money and watch his gay Bachelor, but I've never watched The Bachelor, but I keep hearing about there's Bachelor in Paradise, which is essentially like they take all the hot guys, all the hot girls, put them on an island full of booze and bad decisions, and you just kind of see what happens.
Yeah, Kristen Cavallari hosted a show like that one time on E. I can't remember what it was, but it's like these married couples and they go, but they don't know if they want to be married. So they put Temptation Island or something, and I'm like, what's going on this show? Like,
I love how like you're having marriage troubles. This is our last resort. Let's go on a reality show and see if we can make it work.
Totally.
Well, thank you so much for that, Mr. Erica. Let's take a quick break. Let's refill our drinks, and we come back. We're going to turn it over to Mr. CJ. All righty.
I love the way that you talk.
And we're back. Got our glasses refilled, and we're going to turn it over to Mr. CJ. Siege, what you got for us?
Well, as we've discussed, we are low on the entertainment. No TVs, no movies. It's a sad world. But there is a new show on HBO Max. It started on April 11th. It is a Joss Whedon creation, which if you know Joss Whedon, you're going to recognize Buffy, Angel, Firefly, Dollhouse. He also directed the Avenger movies. Joss. Big guy. So it's called The Nevers, and it's on HBO Max. And it's a neat little show. We're only 3 episodes in. It's about these Victorian women who suddenly get these powers, these superhero powers, and they're fighting crime and doing all this stuff. Josh, you watched a little bit, have you?
I watched the first episode because I was curious, and maybe I'll go back. You got to convince me. I haven't watched any of the other episodes.
Is this like a remake of like Charmed or something?
No. So it takes place in a Victorian era, and there's multiple women. So like hundreds across London.
It's almost kind of like they like all like turn into mutants.
Very much. They're in the show.
None of them have the same power.
Right. They're referred to as the touched. So they've been touched. You've been touched by an angel, girl.
Where's Roma Downey?
Right.
Calories.
But yeah, like, so at the end of episode 1, yeah, you don't know how they've got these powers, what's going on. They're all, I mean, some of them have just like minuscule powers. Like one girl is just a giant, like she just grew really tall. One is clairvoyant, she has visions. And then others like can shoot fire out their hands and all these like really neat, like more defensive powers. But at the end of episode 1, you discover that this spaceship type thing is hovering in the sky, and all these little blue spores are falling down, and they like touch people, and then that's how they got their powers. So very interesting so far. We're only 3 episodes in. Once a week. I hate that format so much sometimes. I just want to binge and just get it all over with. But then I'd be even more bored because we'd absolutely have nothing to watch.
You got to give yourself something to look forward to these days. So, okay, so the powers, and then like what else is happening? They're all just discovering their powers. Do they like, are some people turning evil in the show?
Yes, there's evil people with powers. There's people with no powers. So I found out this.
The government.
Right. Thanks, Trump.
Old white men.
Nice. But like, so interesting story. Like Joss Whedon created this, but he only directed 2 episodes and then he dropped out. Well, I was like, that's odd. Why would he drop out? It's the same time that the whole Buffy thing happened with the sexual harassment and all these people.
And so I was going to ask you about that because I think some of our listeners too, like kind of know what's going on with Joss Whedon, even with like the Justice League and Ray Fisher, because that's kind of what started it all. Right. Correct.
Yes. So on Justice League, during filming Justice League, Ray Fisher, who played Cyborg, came out and basically was like he was mistreated during filming, a lot of these racial things. And he was very open about it. So the rest of the cast, not so much. So then people from the Buffyverse started coming out and saying, well, I had a horrible time when I worked with Joss. Like, he was very mean to me, very negative. And then everyone else started coming out. And I think we did talk about this once on episode, how like a lot of the male Coast Guards were just like, I didn't see it. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I didn't see it. And so I'm surprised that it got picked up. It did apparently get shopped to numerous platforms, and they all kind of fought over it because it was a Joss Whedon project, and he's obviously famous. He's very famous for having all female strong cast members, and that's exactly what this show is. I mean, even though there are some males in the show that have powers, like it's mostly females. There's even a school of like, they call them the orphans, like, and they all show up and they're all women and they all got these powers. So, I mean, check it out. It's a different take. Like it's a different idea on like the whole superhero thing. I love that it's set in like Victorian, like London. The dress code is amazing. As far as the cast, I think it's a bunch of unknowns. Like, I don't know if these are people like in like British culture who are big actors. The only person I know is Dennis O'Hara.
I was to say that's the only one from, and I know him from American Horror Story.
American Horror Story, Twilight, like some of those shows. And then Nick Frost, who's a big like British actor that he's played a lot of character roles. He was in Shaun of the Dead. But a lot of these women I've never heard of, and it's fantastic. I mean, they're all very strong female character leads. It's refreshing.
Well, okay, I'm kind of intrigued.
Did you watch Buffy? Like, Eric, did you watch Buffy? We might have lost Eric.
Oh, we might have lost her.
We're having a lot of internet.
A lot of IT issues today.
No, and I actually have thought about like streaming it just because, I mean,
it sounds like she's thought about hearing or watching Buffy. I think it's on Amazon now. If you're looking,
I own all seasons on DVD, so don't worry about trying to like pay for it or find a streaming service. I covered.
The other thing that I think, and Eric did like, and I think if he liked it, he might like this, is the Umbrella Academy. It kind of has an Umbrella Academy feel to it.
I think with the orphan, like that kind of.
Yeah, that's kind of, and I know he liked the Umbrella Academy, so that it kind of gives me that kind of vibe. So he might like it. It might be one.
I started binge watching The Sopranos again. That's how desperate I am right now that there's nothing on TV. And I've literally thought about like what show you guys have talked about, like that I could binge watch. But like the 90s, it's really corny watching The Sopranos right now with like the cell phones and stuff. It's really hard to watch. But I was like, okay, maybe I'll give Buffy a shot because that's one that you guys have always talked about. And I loved like True Blood and vampires and stuff. And I'm fascinated by that kind of stuff. So maybe
it's really well done.
Yeah, and I think once you get past like season 3 of Buffy, it stops looking outdated as far as like fashion and stuff. It kind of falls into more of modern. And they didn't have really cell phones and stuff then, so you're not going to see like an old school like Zach Morris phone or anything on Buffy. But yeah, I think
they might get paged.
But yeah, the computers are going to be about the only thing that's really going to date that show.
Oh,
There's a floppy disk.
Like, now,
There's
like
a
I even
disc.
on this
Very
podcast, like
pivotal.
Tony will always be like, "Call me from a payphone." I'm like, "A payphone? You couldn't find a payphone these days." Like,
Girl, we are rewatching old seasons of The Real World, and like, first of all, the camera quality then was horrible, but also like they're still using like a house phone. Like no one even has like a cell phone yet. We're on Las Vegas right now.
oh,
Just
with Trishelle, yeah, Trishelle, hot mess. Watching it on Paramount, I cannot with that girl.
Did she have a pregnancy scare?
who didn't?
That's true. There were quite a few on that. You know, I don't think anyone ever really ended up pregnant though on any of the seasons, which is shocking for like the amount of like sex and alcohol that was going on in those houses.
Probably had a cupboard full of Plan B.
MTV like take this every day.
It's part of your little vitamin pack.
It's in all that food that TJ makes them eat. That's all gross. Like grounded up in the blood. They won't even know.
God.
Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds good. I might give it a shot because I'm literally out of stuff to watch.
What else?
Yeah, Keeney told me to start watching Modern Family, which I had never seen before, and it's on Hulu. Oh my God, we're in season 7. I mean, they're quick 22-minute episodes, but we laugh out loud. Like, I get why I was on the air for 10 years. Like, it is just, especially once you get to know the characters and they really develop them. Like, that's been one of our go, especially like 20 minutes. We can do this, real quick, watch one or two.
It really it kind of had that Will and Grace feel. Like it was just packed full of those one-liners, and like it was just funny, and you're laughing every few minutes.
Oh my God, I saw a TikTok today, Josh, and I thought of you, and it was like Mitchell and Cameron. And they're like, I hate it when women think of us as women. We are not your friends. We don't want to go to your baby shower. They're like, we don't have it that time of the month. They're like, we don't love Pink. And then Mitchell whispers to Cameron, he's like, you love Pink. And he's like, no, Pink loves me.
There are so many, and it's super funny because we constantly find ourselves like, not even just Cam and Mitch, but like even like in Claire and Phil, like Spencer's definitely the Phil and I'm definitely the Claire. And then even with Jay and Gloria, he's the Jay and I'm the Gloria. Like, it's just very funny how like in all the couples, no matter, and I think that's what it says a lot about the show is that no matter the couple, whether it's, older or younger, a heterosexual couple, a homosexual couple, like you find pieces of your relationship in any type of couple. And I think that's why it was so lovely to see a gay couple on there too, because I'm sure there's even straight couples who their interactions between Cam and Mitch, and they're like, oh my God, we did that. Like, it's just it just makes it feel more normal, more acceptable, more part of the flow. And that's what I love.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been, again, because we're running real low. And then I've also been watching when Spencer's not around and I do something on my own, Master Chef, because I'm trying to learn how to cook and I really like Gordon Ramsay.
We're watching all the giadas in Italy and giadas at home, and we've got the cookbooks, and like we're trying all these different recipes.
Oh my God. I made salmon for the first time and I literally skinned it. I was filleting it. I was like, Gordon, be so proud. There's no fillet on the skin part. Like, it's good. Like, I'm like, Josh, you need help. You got to get out of this house.
Listen, we should never, ever complain about being bored because we've figured out how to entertain ourselves for the last year and a half.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for that. Check out The Nevers on HBO Max. And we're going to take a real quick break, fill up our cups. When we come back, we're going to talk about the most boringest, weirdest award show of 2021. We'll be right back.
You talk.
And we're back. And so I thought we could talk about these Oscars that aired over the weekend.
I didn't even know they were on. Like, that's how sad this world is now.
Same. I'm like, oh, sure, next month. Nope.
Yeah, they got moved around quite a bit. They've had never ever been this late in April. And it was, as most people are calling them, the weirdest, most boring, least watched Oscars in history. So everyone's really kind of like, where do we go from here? How do we tackle this type of award show? Like, the Oscars have had problems for years, and it just keeps spiraling. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But none of us really watched it. But what we thought we'd do is we go through some of the red carpet looks, and we'll talk about who was nominated and who won, and kind of a few tidbits that did make the water cooler chat.
I mean, to be fair, there was no movies, so there were like no movies. So if you if you wanted to have a chance of winning the Oscar, this was to put out a movie.
This could have been your year if you made a movie.
Yeah.
We should have done like a short or something and submitted.
They're like, Best Picture, Twilight 6. No.
Right.
Oh, heavens. But yeah, so producer Chad, why don't you go ahead and go to our first red carpet look? And for those of you listening, clearly we're going to talk it out. But if you ever get a chance to go to our YouTube channel, you can watch this presentation and actually see some of the looks and stuff that we're looking at. So up first, we have Carey Mulligan. Carey Mulligan was nominated for Best Actress in Promising Young Woman, which I believe, and the only reason I know this is because she was on CBS Sunday Morning, which me and Spencer watch religiously. Promising Young Woman is about a woman who takes revenge on men who prey on like young drunk women at bars. So she pretends to be, her friend is sexually assaulted. So she goes to bars, pretends to be drunk, figures out who's going to try and sexually assault her, gets them back to her home, and then like takes revenge.
Yeah, so when you said Promising Young Woman, I'm like, never heard of it. But then once you started to describe it, I'm like, yes, I have seen this. I think the little guy from like Superbad or something was in it too, right? The little nerdy guy.
McLovin.
McLovin. I don't know. Yeah. Or the one Michael Cera from.
I mean, I like the dress. She looks like the Oscar.
It's a
yeah.
It looks a little unfinished on the edge, doesn't it?
I thought, like, I was like, the edging looks weird. It looks like a bad crust or something. I don't know.
I mean, it's a beautiful color for her skin tone, and she's very fair. So I think it looks great. She's also married to Marcus Mumford of Mumford & Sons.
Oh, love that. That's amazing.
Yeah. So he was there with her, but this is the photo I went with. Sorry.
This looks very pink to me.
So the red carpet that I found, this is all from Vanity Fair, which I have a subscription to. Their carpet's pink. I don't know if this was the overall, I'm using air quotes, red carpet, but you'll see all of the photos. That is a pink carpet.
Wow. I think because like older model TVs, it actually showed up red on TV, but now that we have high def, now we're just seeing it as pink, like it's true color.
And it looks pink in all these photos.
Yeah.
Josh, for the rest of this presentation, I'm going to need you to say actress like Sloane from RuPaul's Drag Race. It's the only way. I want you to say actress. Actress.
Nominated for Best Actress. Yeah, we'll get old real fast. People will unsubscribe from our podcast. Okay, so Chad, we can go ahead and go to the next one. So this is Zendaya.
Oh, I love Zendaya.
Yes, she is just, a dream. She's wearing Valentino in this. She was a presenter. She was not nominated. She won an Emmy recently, right? Yeah, she won the Emmy.
Probably for Euphoria.
Yeah. And so she presented the award for Best Original Score and Best Original Song. Also in a yellow, I guess Carrie's kind of more of a gold, but definitely the same family. This is like a canary yellow. Killer bod. I don't love the cutout.
She's a thin girl. And so I don't know if the cutout was probably the best idea. I don't know. I love the color on her. It looks great against a pink carpet. I don't really like it on her. Again, she's really thin, and so the cutout I don't think works for her.
I don't think it's not for the Oscars. I do not think so. Like,
I agree. Yeah.
This looks like a VMA or the Golden Globes. Like,
MTV or
Yeah, something a little bit more youthful. Usually the Oscars is more classic, and I'm not necessarily loving it. I wish it had more volume maybe, or her hair had more volume. I don't know. It felt a little flat for me.
Yeah, the hair.
Hair should have been up in a bun if you're going to wear that train like that.
I'm just looking at her arm like, girl, I could break that. Like, did we ask her to hold an Emmy or an Oscar?
Well, girl, she's working that neck out carrying that necklace. Damn.
Yeah, with that Bulgari jewelry, it is a diamond for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Chad, what do we have next? So this is Daniel Kaluuya. He is adorable. You'll know him from Get Out, from Black Panther. He is wearing Bottega Veneta, all black, looks very suave. And he actually won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor for Judas and the Black Messiah.
He looks great. I love his I love all the black on black.
Yeah, he looks great. I love that no collar shirt for him because he can kind of pull that little more edgy look. The coat's a little big for me. I think it could be a little bit more fitted, but
I think he's a solid guy, and I agree with you. I think it could have been tailored a little better just because this is the Oscars.
Well, can we see the shirtless picture to compare?
I think he is hot. I love him. And he actually had a kind of a big Oscar moment because when he was accepting his award, he thanked, he's going through thanking everyone. He goes, my mom met my dad. They had sex. It's amazing. And the cameraman panned to his mom, and she has this look on her face like, what the fuck did you just say in your Oscar speech about me and your dad having sex? Like, it was pretty hilarious. Definitely a moment to remember in this, kind of boring telecast. But I think
speaking of VMAs, what the hell? No.
Well, her HER, she's been ever since she came into our life. She's been on everywhere, and she loves that hood. She loves a hood. She loves a train. And she actually won Best Original Song for "Fight for You" from that same movie we were just talking about, Judas and the Black Messiah. So she is now a Grammy and Oscar winner.
Well, her hair is gorgeous in this. I love the wave. Train's a little bit much. At least it's
covered up. I just don't like it.
It's very covered up. And she's rocking her sunglasses, which is a trademark look for her. And I can get down with that. But I feel like we've seen this look from her already on the red carpet.
I feel that way too.
To mix it up.
I'd like to see her look fancier look, maybe like some gold or something. Like, I don't know. I don't like this fabric at all.
Some hot pink with some
I think the fabric looks cheap. Like, I feel like this is someone that they would get on Project Runway and they would read them and be like, this looks cheap. It doesn't look like
Joanne Fabrics, girl. Joanne Fabrics.
It does look like a lot of beading to it, but around the edges and stuff. But I don't know. It's
you guys, this dress probably costs more than all three of our houses combined. And we're over here like, no, it looks cheap.
It was custom made for her by Dundust. I don't know who that is, but okay. Next up, we have Queen Angela Bassett.
Yes.
She's wearing a custom Alberta Ferrari, and she was the one that presented the in memoriam tribute.
Well, I feel like this outfit should have been late 2019 when everyone was wearing those bows. Remember the one?
Oh, and everyone wore red. Yeah, I remember exactly what you're talking about.
But you can definitely see this photo. That carpet is pink, right? That carpet is pink. That is a red dress, and that is a pink carpet.
And I mean, the shoulder pads I'm not a huge fan of shoulder pads, but Angela makes everything work.
It would look gorgeous though without those shoulder pads. And it was just maybe a little spaghetti strap or something.
So you will see on this red carpet that big shoulder. That was a look for this year, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it.
Because everyone's trying to get that extra padding for masks. Like,
keep that social distance away.
Well, for someone,
I mean,
an incredible body, her arms are her best features. So don't show up.
Yeah. And I love that she showed some leg.
Yeah, she's got some stems too. So that's a good slit on her.
She's one that, like, I mean, you would be like, Angela Bassett can pull this off because she is timeless, and I love that for her. Yeah. But yeah, again, just not a big fan of the shoulders. So this is Leslie Odom Jr. and his wife Nicolette Robinson. Leslie was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for One Night in Miami. He played, I forgot the name of the guy, but one of the musicians from like the 60s. It's all gold, and I think it's a bit much.
So I like the gold. I wish he had not done the collared shirt and the tie as well. Like, cut it back, like old dude from before in all black. Like,
that would have been sharp, all black, and it would have really
great. Had the shoes in. I think a black shirt, and it would have matched her dress.
Yeah, I think he could have gone black shirt, black tie, and it would have just really kind of brought the whole look together. I think it's too much with the gold.
It's like when guys wear all white tuxes to their wedding. I'm like, why?
Yeah, don't do it.
I like the cut better, but oh well.
Yeah. Okay, next up is Vanessa Kirby, and she was nominated for Best Actress in Pieces of a Woman, which actually I think she plays a lesbian. And she's wearing a custom Gucci gown with Cartier jewelry. I love Vanessa Kirby. Are
cutouts a thing this year? Like, to just cut the middle of your dress out?
Must be. You know Vanessa Kirby from The Crown. She was a young Princess Margaret.
Mm-hmm.
I love her.
And she was outstanding. I think this dress washes her out.
Yeah, she's very pale, and the hair too is very light.
I don't love a slick back look, and then that dark lipstick and this pale dress. it's not working for me at all.
For pink, you need to have some sort of tan. If you're going to wear a light pink, a bright pink, like you need to have a little bit of a tan. Going on.
Or I think her lip should have been softer. Her hair should have been softer. It's so sleek that, like, I think you need a balance.
And trains and cutouts are in this year, huh?
Yeah, very much so. Okay, next up, my girl Laura Dern wearing Oscar de la Renta.
I love this look so much. I saw the look first on Reese Witherspoon's Instagram, because I guess they kind of met up and went together.
Yes, they quarantined together and hung out together. They're just best gal pals.
I think it looks so great on her.
I think this is a really fun look. I think, now if you're going to go to the Oscars, like, this is a little bit classy, a little bit fun. I think she looks great.
Yeah, and she was a presenter. I love the black silhouette. I think her hair looks great. I don't love that kind of faux thing, so it wasn't one of my favorite looks, but it's Laura Dern. I name a plant after her, Laura Fern. So she's my girl.
Is that not ostrich feathers?
Is it? I don't know what it is. It just looks. It reminds me of like a feathered boa or something. I don't know.
I think it's fun and flirty.
Yeah.
All right. Next.
Start at her hip. It starts just below her hip. That was fun.
Yeah. Next up is her BFF, Reese Witherspoon, who's wearing Christian Dior, and she was also a presenter. I think this is a miss for Reese, and usually
I was really disappointed in this when I saw her.
Usually she is a red carpet star, and I feel like this dress is wearing her. She is not wearing the dress. Like, it is not fitted properly. I don't get those two straps. The hair's just blah. Like, it's meh to me.
I like the dress. I actually hate it looking at it now. I loved it much more on her Instagram, maybe because I didn't get the full head to toe look. Her hair does not work for me in this dress. It looks, from this, maybe it's just because I'm viewing on my iPhone right now, but it looks like greasy and not like well done. She could have pulled off that baby pink that Vanessa was wearing, because she looks great in like lighter pink, a blush.
I think this looks frumpy. I think that belt kind of gives her the hips in the wrong way. Her boobs look saggy. Like
the whole top with the two straps does not work. I don't know what that dark colored thing is going underneath the belt. I don't like that.
It's not. She looks short and she looks frumpy, and it's not the Reese that we love. So it was a miss for me.
It was Reese without her spoon tonight.
Yeah. So this is Chloe. Oh shit! I looked it up earlier.
Chloe Zhao.
I think it's Zhao, and Joshua James Richards. Chloe won Best Director for Nomadland. She is the second woman to win the Best Director trophy and the first woman of color to do it. And Nomadland went on to win Best Picture of the Year as well. Chloe kind of marches to her own beat of her drum. I didn't even hate the look. I hate the shoes. Why she wore white Keds, I don't know.
No.
Well, she also wore a sweater and put a skirt on from 1986. So
she's kind of bohemian. She kind of, she lived out of her van for a while. Like, I feel like that's just kind of her style. And I don't hate it. Like, I don't even hate the little pigtails. I think it looks kind of youthful. The shoes, but I thought the arm candy.
I was going to say the arm candy makes it work though.
He's pretty
fine. A little or shooty, like nude color booty or something, and it would
little booty would have been perfect. Agree, CJ. So this is Desmond Rowe and Trayvon Free, and I thought this was a really fun look. They are both wearing Dolce and Gabbana. And they won Best Live Action Short Film for Two Distant Strangers, which is about policemen and men of color. And it was really, really heralded as, a Black Lives Matter movement. And this look was an ode to that as well. And I think it's just fun. I think they're playing it up. They're hamming it up. I love that the one wore gold pants and the other one wore black. Like, it works for me.
Yeah, I mean, because they both wore it and it was thing, it works. I do like the gold pant look better than just the black pant with the gold lapel and pocket. But yeah, it's cute.
Yeah, I think it works. It's fun, and yeah, they had a good time with it. The song "Black and Yellow" now is stuck in my head for the rest of the night. But.
Yeah. Okay, next up, this is Andra Day, and she's wearing a custom Vera Wang, and she was nominated for Best Actress for In the United States versus Billie Holiday. She played Billie Holiday, and girl looks fierce.
Miss Thing brought it. She looks good.
This is a cutout that works.
Yeah, that split is like leaving it. Oh, this is sexy. She looks great.
I love the hair up. It looks fierce. Right. I love
that's a cutout I can get behind. I can get behind the shoulder strap. She looked good.
It looks expensive, but it still is youthful and classy. Like it, I think she nailed it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, next we have Marlee Matlin. Marlee Matlin is deaf.
Is she getting younger? Like what?
Doesn't she look phenomenal? When I had to double check, and I was like, "Man, Marlee Matlin, you are looking great, girl."
Yeah.
She's wearing Vivienne Westwood, and she was a presenter. And she was she won Best Supporting Actress in the '90s, and I still think is the only deaf person to have ever won an Academy Award for acting.
I love this look.
I think it's fierce. I think it's fun.
Yeah, the over-exaggerated sleeve, it's gorge.
Yeah, it's like and I think fun. The darker, how the arm sleeves are a little darker, but they complement the dress, and the dots kind of like fade away into it.
Yeah, and she's another one that like looks way younger than I think she actually is, and I think that's a testament to the way the gown fits and everything like that. All right, next up we have Tyler Perry, and he's wearing Giorgio Armani, and he was a recipient of the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award, which goes to someone who does a lot of really good for the community and is a big focus on people of color and getting them affordable housing and stuff like that. It's a miss for me. It looks so casual. I don't get it.
Very casual, but I think it's because of the blue tie.
I like it all but the blue tie. I hate when bow ties match the shirt. Like
if it had been a black or even like a blue that matches the jacket.
I love the jacket.
I think the jacket is sharp. That it's kind of a crushed blue. But yeah, doesn't the blue shirt bow tie almost look denim?
Yeah, I thought it was first.
Is it denim? It could be. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
And it is like a baby bow tie too. I don't know. The shirt and bow tie do it wrong for me.
This looks like he went out to his local Express and got whatever's on the clearance from Christmas.
Oh, you're in the mall fashion show? Yes.
All right, who do we have next? All right, guys, we need to talk about Halle Berry. She's wearing Dolce & Gabbana. She was a presenter. I hate this so much, and I hate her hair so much.
Okay, I hate her hair, but I don't hate the dress.
I think Reese would have looked good in this dress.
Oh,
I don't get all the fabric bunching up in the front. I just don't get it. I think the scale up top is pretty. I think the color's pretty. I like the flowy bottom. I don't get all of what did they have extra fabric and they just kind of wound it up there?
Well, don't you remember that in The Devil Wears Prada when the guy showed up with the big bows in front and she pursed her lips and turned?
With the hair, I don't know what's happening with the hair.
No,
it's a bang.
That thing behind her head is one of the Oscar statues. That is not part of her hair.
Oh, you are right. But yeah, I still don't like the bob and the bang.
No, I don't like the bob.
No, poor Halle. All right, next up, Viola Davis. She was nominated for Best Actress in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. She's wearing a custom Alexander McQueen. Usually I don't love Viola Davis's looks. I think this is a great one for her.
I don't like it. Does nothing for her body.
It reminds me of a snowflake, where you cut them out and you make all the little holes.
You're right.
It's very like RuPaul's Drag Race to me. Like that was the bodice they made, and then they just got some fabric and got the skirt. I think she looks okay. It's not my favorite look for the Oscars.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna take back because I'm on my phone looking, but I think the background was blending in with the dress, and it just looked so. Like one ugly shape, but I do see a little like shape in there now, so I kind of like it more.
Okay. Next up, we have Riz Ahmed. And he was nominated for Best Actor for Sound of Metal, which I think is about a guy who went to too many concerts. He was a drummer and lost his hearing. I could be totally off base on that, but I just thought he was very handsome, and he's wearing Prada, and I like me some Mr. Riz Ahmed.
I don't know who he is. He looks great. I'd love to see him in more or less. I don't know. But yeah, he looks great.
Are the underwear black too?
Right. I bet he'd be a stunning underwear model. Next up, Regina King wearing a custom Louis Vuitton. She was a presenter. And again, she's got those weird shoulder things going on. I don't love it.
This weird bob thing too. I don't.
In that picture, and she put on her Instagram, and I liked it better on her Instagram than this picture.
She knew her angle. That's dead on lucky. Everything's exposed. I don't love the wings.
Yeah, it's not my favorite look. You look great as a butterfly, Regina. Fly away.
This is John Batiste. He's wearing Christian Dior, and he won Best Original Score along with like Trent Reznor and Atticus something or other for Soul, the Disney Pixar movie.
Well, this poor man looks so uncomfortable, but it's a really nice tux.
So guys, same. And it took me forever to find a photo. And this is the only one I could. But I think he looks super sharp. I like that it's a blue, not a black. I love the red.
Even his smile, though, he's like, "Oh, I don't want to be here." Ooh.
You can tell he does not want to be there. But I thought another good-looking man. All right, guys. Glenn Close, who was nominated for Best Supporting Actress for Hillbilly Elegy, which is on Netflix. She's wearing a custom Giorgio Armani, and I don't get it.
I am calling this the COVID look. She's got some sweatpants on, her big moo on top, her gloves. She's got it. She's covered.
Oh my God, I can't.
All she needs is the mask and she's good. This is COVID right here. She can be the spokesperson.
And I think her hair looks fabulous like this. I don't get this frock thing going on. But Glenn Close definitely had one of the most talked about Oscar moments.
Josh, I'm wearing this to your wedding.
Shit. And she was asked if she knew Da Butt from Spike Lee's School Days movie, and she proceeded to get up and dance. And so she had fun. She's Glenn Close. I think this is her like 7th or 8th loss to an Oscar. I think she's one of the most nominated actresses without a win. And this just adds to her streak. But yeah, I don't get it. This is our final look of the night. This is Amanda Seyfried wearing Giorgio Armani. She was nominated for Best Supporting Actress in May. I think she looks stunning. It's got that volume that I love on an Oscar red carpet. And I think it's wonderful.
And look at that cleavage she's showing. I think this dress is beautiful. I think she looks stunning. She's going to stand out. Yeah.
I saved it for last because this is one of my favorite looks of the night.
Yeah. I like that hair swoops down just a little bit on her face on the one side and kind of like curls, waves. Yeah. I love it.
It looks youthful, but still kind of that old Hollywood glam.
Yeah.
And I love, I just love the cut of it. It looks different, but still not being so crazy.
And this really emphasizes that pink carpet, by the way.
But they're right. And I'm telling you, after I saw a couple of red dresses, I was like, okay, this carpet is pink. Like at first I thought maybe it's just my computer playing tricks on me. Like I said, it's a little older. But then after I saw a few red dresses, I was like, nope, I feel vindicated.
I like the texture of this dress. I like that it's not just like it's I don't even know what that is. It's like ribbed or something. It's got a nice little texture.
Yeah. It's not really tulle either. Yeah. It's hard to figure out.
Looks like tulle, but yeah, I doubt it's tulle.
Yeah. But guys, so it was kind of like an underwhelming red carpet with an underwhelming award show.
Well, it's been an underwhelming year.
Ain't that the truth? Category is underwhelming.
Candy Muse.
Make them
the truth.
And we've said it before. We'll say it again.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone out there. We love you. We thank you for supporting us. And the best way to pay us a compliment is to rate, review, subscribe, share with a friend, share with a coworker. We love you all. We love you so much for working with us through this last year as we tackled recording remotely and everything like that. So we thank you so much for sticking with us. And until next time.
Oh, wait. Oh. You three are all fully vaccinated, but say a prayer because I'm going for my second vaccination tomorrow. So get out there and get vaccinated.
Yes. If you have a shot, don't waste your shot or whatever. If you have a chance, don't waste your shot. Yes, absolutely. Yes. The CJ, Chad, and myself are all fully vaccinated, just waiting for the CDC recommended time before we can officially go out into the world again. But we're so ready. So we hope you're out there. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask when you're in a crowded area. And yeah, sign up, get that shot. We all felt fine after.
Get your shots so we can do some shots.
Yes, I like that. So until next time, cheers and bye.
Bye.